Tom, are you there? I was just curious if you were already on your way home. You said that you were going to be back earlier tonight, and I already made dinner. Are you still at the office right now?
Oh, hey Diane. Sorry about this, but I'm not going home tonight, got it?
What do you mean by that? What about dinner? You're not going to come home to eat?
No, and don't need or want to eat your cooking anyways. So you can go ahead and just eat by yourself.
Tom, why couldn't you have told me any of this earlier? It would have saved me a lot of time and effort.
Well, it's not my fault. I still have work that needs to be doing here, and so I can't leave.
So you really couldn't send me even a single text telling me that you were going to be coming home late?
No, shut up. Why are you always nagging me? So I forget to send you one little text and now all of a sudden I'm the villain here. Do you have any idea how hard I work to provide for you and I? All the sacrifices that I make?
I'm not trying to say that you don't work hard for us, Tom. I'm just saying that this is happening more and more frequently. And I just want you to be a little more careful in the future is all.
I know what I'm doing, thank you very much. In fact, the only reason I don't want to tell you anything is because I know how you'll get.
And just what is that supposed to mean?
I mean that anytime I make even the slightest mistake, you always just get all aggro and start coming after me. I mean, remember the other day when I wasn't going to go with you to the store? You practically cornered me asking where I was going instead. It's like I'm not allowed to have even a minute of time to myself.
I was only asking if you had any other place since it was both of our days off.
And I'm telling you that I just need a little bit of freedom and some breathing room. Is that really so bad? You don't know what it's like since you work a part-time job. You have plenty of free time.
Do you actually think I really have so much free time to do whatever I want?
I know that you have it a lot easier than I do, and that's a fact. You took the easy way out just being a housewife. Do you know that? Man, women have it so easy.
You know that I don't mind going out to find a full-time job if that's what you're trying to tell me.
And if you and I were both working full-time, then just who would be taking care of things at home, huh?
Well, there would certainly have to be some changes around here, but we would help each other out around the house with those kinds of things.
That's what I thought you were going to say, and that's why I decided to make you my housewife in the first place. Besides, even if you did get a job, it's not like you'd be able to make any more than me. So that's why it's just easy to have you staying in the house doing all of the cooking and cleaning and all of that.
But you do realize that between my part-time job and all the work that I do at home, that I'm also practically working full-time, right?
Oh my gosh, are you really going to draw a comparison? How about you try claiming that when you are actually keeping the house all clean? If you're so eager to work, then you can start by doing a better job around the house.
Okay, fine then. If that's what you want, then I should be able to do that.
Do what? Find a job or do a better job cleaning up around the house?
You know what? Never mind, it really doesn't even matter at this point. You mean you really think that I'm only useful as your housewife and only working part-time?
Let's be real, Diane. You're already in your mid-30s now. You really don't have much else going for you besides your ability to keep a house clean.
I see. And what would happen if I stopped being your useful little housewife, huh?
Oh, I think you can probably take a few guesses at what's in store for you if you do that. Once you're not able to serve me anymore, that's the day that you and I get a divorce.
Wow, you really just came out and said it, huh?
If you didn't want to hear the truth, then you shouldn't have asked in the first place. I'm tired from a long day of work, and I really don't need someone like you always getting on my back.
Hey, Tom, are you there? I was just curious about where you are right now.
Where do you think I am? I'm still at work, of course. Do you really need me to tell you this?
Well, it was just that I was just talking to the neighbors and they said that they happened to see you.
The neighbors said that they saw me? And just where did they happen to see me?
They said that they saw you in that new mall that opened up in the town over.
You do know that today is a weekday, don't you? Why in the world would I be at an outlet mall on a day when I have work? I think they just saw someone that looked like me.
Are you sure about that, Tom? Because they said the person that looked like you was walking, holding hands with another woman.
Well, that's just all the more proof that it isn't me, isn't it? If you really don't believe me, why not try giving my office a call? When you do that and realize that I've been telling you the truth this whole time, you're gonna have to be punished.
And just how or why should I be punished for checking in?
Oh, I still haven't thought of how exactly you would need to be punished, but just know that something is going to come. Probably a divorce.
Really? You'd really divorce me over doing just that? Do you really want to divorce me so badly?
I don't want to do anything, Diane. But you're the one acting up and forcing my hand when you do this. Besides, I know that thing that you fear the most is me leaving you, right?
And just what makes you think that's my greatest fear?
I mean, you're a woman in your mid-30s. Surely you know what a divorce at your age would do to your life, right? And you only work a part-time job with hardly any savings of your own to speak of. Do you really think that anyone is ever going to want to be with a washed-up old hag like you if we get a divorce? You were lucky when I came around in the first place. Do you know that?
Why do you always have to try and put me down like this, Tom? I really just don't see the point. And I still can't figure out what's changed with you. You never used to talk to me like this before.
Well, if you're upset about it, you should know that it's only because you've lost the charms that you used to. You used to be way prettier when we were younger. But I guess maybe all you had going for you really was youth, and maybe I'm just figuring that out now.
I really just don't understand what's gotten into you to act this way, Tom.
What are you talking about? Acting like what? I'm not acting like anything at all.
I just really don't know if I'm going to be able to keep living with you like this.
So then you're saying that you want to get a divorce? That's fine with me if that's what you want. You should know it isn't going to bother me at all.
If you don't like me anymore, then you can just come out and say it, Tom.
You really just don't get it, do you? We've been married for over 5 years now. This is so much more than just liking or not liking someone. This is about having a functioning relationship as a man and wife.
Well, I suppose at least now I can say that I understand your side of things.
But don't worry. I know that you're not actually strong enough to walk away from me. So maybe you should quit with all this attitude and just do as I say. If you don't, there'll be serious consequences for you. Got it? Hey Diane, are you there? You need to go out and get me a bunch more pajamas. What you brought me here is way too few. Honestly, what is the matter with you? It's like you're trying to sabotage me here. The doctor said that even with physical therapy, there's a chance I won't be able to use my left leg ever again.
So then that means that you'll pretty much have to spend the rest of your life in a wheelchair, right?
That is what it sounds like to me. But at least it's a good thing that I'll have you to do all the work that I can't do.
Does this mean that you still don't have any feeling in that leg of yours at all?
Yeah, I keep poking it, and I can barely feel anything at all. You must be feeling really, really bad for me, right? Then again, I guess it was me who should have been more careful in the first place. After all, I guess there are people out there who have it much more worse than I do when it comes to these kinds of things. By the way, I was just curious. Did I hear you and your mom laughing in the hallway the other day while I was there?
Oh, that, yes, actually, we were laughing. My mom just told me a really funny story that I hadn't heard. And we ended up laughing a bit in the hallway is all.
I see. So you two think that it's okay to tell your little jokes and laugh while I'm stuck in this hospital bed paralyzed? And then after that, did you end up going somewhere else with your mom? She probably told you off or something, didn't she?
No, she didn't have anything to tell me off about. But we did have a long talk, and she gave me some good advice.
I can't believe that I ended up married to such a useless woman. I just feel sorry for your parents who've had to deal with you for even longer. But it's just so terrible to know that even after all this time, I can't even rely on my wife to be there for me.
Tom, I don't really think that's fair. I want you to know that I'm going to try and be there for you as best as I can.
Oh, really? So, does this mean that you're finally going to do what I say when I say it? After all, I know that things look bad now, but if you just do what I say, we can get through this.
Well, that certainly does sound nice, but...
But nothing. That's my first order to you. I don't want to deal with your attitude anymore, do you understand? Also, I'm probably going to lose my job given the state that I'm in, which means that you'll have to start providing for the both of us. You'll be helping me out for the rest of your life. Diane, where are you? What are you doing right now?
What is it, Tom? What's the matter?
What's the matter? Is this supposed to be some kind of joke? Do you really not know what I'm going to say? Why aren't you coming to visit me in the hospital? If you don't come, I'm going to tell my mom that you're ignoring me. Now, hurry up and get over here with all those things that I told you that I needed over here.
I'm sorry, Tom, but I just don't think that I'm going to be able to do that for you. The truth is that your mom and I are on a vacation together right now. We're not going to be back until this weekend, actually.
Wait, what is that supposed to mean? You know I'm in the hospital right now, don't you?
Oh, of course we know that.
This has got to be some kind of joke, right? I mean, there's no way that my mom would go along with something like this. It can't be right. Why on earth would you two go and take a trip together while I'm stuck in the hospital like this?
Actually, if you really want to know, it was your mom who suggested that we do this trip in the first place.
My mom was the one who suggested that you two go and take this trip in the first place? But that doesn't make any sense. Why would she do that?
She said that she wanted to give me a reward for all my hard work. She told me that she knows how difficult it is putting up with you, and that she knows how hard I've been trying to keep up.
Oh, come on. There's no way that my mom would say that to you about me. You're lying to me and I know it.
It's really not a lie at all, Tom. Did you really think that your own mom doesn't know what kind of a man you are? She also knows all about the affairs you've been having behind my back.
Wait, what? What is that supposed to mean? What affairs?
I mean the fact that you've been cheating on me with someone from your office, right? In fact, you two were in the car, driving and fooling around when you got into the accident, right?
What in the world are you talking about? Have you hit your head or something? I really have no idea what any of this is about.
Ugh, come on, Tom. There's no use in lying at this point. I even have proof that you've been cheating on me. Remember when our neighbor said that they had seen you at the mall? Well, I was really trying to think about what actually might have happened. And then I thought about it and realized that you never used to work this kind of overtime. And that it was only recently that you started coming home so late. Then I started putting two and two together and decided that it would be best to hire a private investigator.
So then you just hired some guy to follow me around and write down my every move?
I know that you might think it was wrong of me, but then again, you were the one cheating and I think I had a right to know. So anyways, my PI got back to me and told me that he found proof that you were cheating on me. So, ever since then, I've just been getting things ready for our divorce. I just hope you know you can only blame yourself for this.
But this isn't fair. The accident and the affair had nothing to do with each other at all.
I'm not so sure about that. After all, I could hear it in your mom's voice how bad she felt for me.
When did you and Mom even talk about all of this?
Well, if you really want to know, when my mom came over and then she took me out, it was actually for lunch with your mom. She said she had something she wanted to tell us, and that's when she came clean about all of this. But I don't blame your mom. She clearly cares about you and didn't want to overstep, but it was also clear how much worried she was for me. And I told her all about some of the things that you said to me, and she was just shocked at how you treated me. In fact, you're the one always saying that you think your mom is going to chastise me for not listening to you, but how many times has she told you that you need to treat me better?
Oh, please. You just don't get it. My mom doesn't really care about you at all. She's just putting up a front to make you feel better is all.
Oh, really? Because that's not the impression I got while she was talking about how you were cheating on me. In fact, your mom was saying all about how you've always only ever thought about yourself.
How could she say that about her own son? What's the matter with her?
You know, I think that if I was in your mom's position, I would probably say the same thing, actually. After all, you've been horrible. You look down on me, insult me, cheat on me. Actually, do you want to know what your mom really told me? She told me she would understand if I didn't want to stick around to take care of you.
Hold on a second. Did she really say that? Doesn't she know that if you don't help me out, my life will practically be over?
Yes, I think we all know that. But I can't really think of one good reason you've given me to stay with you.
How can you say that? You're my wife, aren't you? Of course you're supposed to stay with me. It's till death do us part, right?
Oh, I think the love we had for each other died a long time ago. We've just been going through the motions for a while now. I was hoping that one day we would just naturally slip into finding ourselves as a happy family, but oh well. So you should know that when I get back from this trip, I'm going to start the divorce process.
So then, you are really just going to leave me when I'm at my absolute lowest?
There you again, talking to me as if you need me when you really just want someone to do work for you.
I knew that you had a couple of screws loose, but I didn't think that you'd actually be so cruel as to just abandon your husband like this.
You can say whatever you'd like, Tom, but the fact is that you've been nothing but disrespectful and dishonest with me. And the whole time that we've been married, I didn't think you said a single word of apology to me either.
Diane, please, think about what you're doing right now. I mean, we're still husband and wife. And who knows, I might even be able to keep my job after all of this. And when that happens, then you're really going to regret leaving me. Do you know that? And so I think that it's best if you just stay as my wife.
So you think I should just stay with you, hoping that you'll get better with no guarantee that you will? Because I was talking to the doctors and none of them are very hopeful for your recovery, you know? And I actually have some interviews lined up for full-time work for myself. Though if I get them, I certainly won't be wasting any time or energy on you. Even if I don't get those jobs, I'll still figure something out. I don't need you anymore.
Do you mean you really think that you'll be able to make it all alone in the real world? You have no idea what it's like out there at all.
I know plenty of divorced women who lead happy lives now that they're separated from their husbands.
I am telling you that it's not going to go well for you. You're going to fail. And then you're going to be poor and sad and lonely for the rest of your life.
I don't really need to be rich or anything like that at all. But as long as I'm not stuck with you for the rest of my life, that's all that really matters. So anyways, it sounds like you've got some serious thinking to do. In the meantime, I'm going to enjoy this vacation. I'll see you when I get back for the divorce. After that, I enjoyed my vacation and did start the divorce process once I got back. Of course, Tom tried to fight the process everywhere he could. But with all the evidence of his affair, he was only delaying the inevitable. Apparently, not even his own mother went to go and visit him after we all got back. Meanwhile, rumors were spreading about Tom at his work because of his affair. In the end, they were both fired for it. I also sued them both for the affair and was given quite the payout for my troubles. I really have no idea what Tom is up to now. I made a point to try and block him on everything after the divorce, and I've never looked back since doing that. Now, working a full-time job, I'm concentrating on myself and rediscovering who I am. If I happen to find love on this journey of mine, then that would be just fine, but I'm not in any rush. For now, I'm just taking life one day at a time. I still keep in touch with Tom's mother now and then, but I insist she not tell me anything about that man at all. After all was said and done, however, I still felt like I wouldn't be able to move past what I had been through living in the same place. I've decided to pack up my life and move to a new town through a transfer program in my new company. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.